Hey y'all, welcome to Dixie Full Draw. This is the launch of my other channel for hunting and stuff. This is not going to be a regularly posted to channel, so subscribe and hit the bell and you'll know when I put something up. This is just solely going to be my recreational fun stuff channel separate from the farm. What I'm doing is I'm setting up coon traps. I've got my deer feeder out here, and these dang things, I've got coons that are as big around as a basketball. I mean, they're huge coons. I mean, they cover this whole tree one side. I've got pictures of them from about here to here. They're so fat. They've been eating on this feeder now probably for 3 years. Some of these coons have, and at least they look like they're that old and been eating off of it. And they are fat as hogs, and I'm tired of them eating my corn. I used to trap coons a lot. Me and a friend of mine did, and coyotes. Hadn't done it in a while, but I'm gonna set up some traps today. Got a couple new traps right here. These are called handcuff traps. I'll show y'all how to set these right now. So we'll get started with this. I'm gonna try to see what we can catch. Set y'all here on the staple. I you can hear the cows bawling. But what I'm gonna do is, last time I used one of these, I had one of my traps stolen. You really need a cable, but I'm too cheap to go buy cables. So I just take electric wire and run through here. I'm gonna put 3 strands of electric wire and tie it around this tree and nail it. That should keep it on there until I get back. Now when you're trapping here in Georgia, I can't say for everywhere else, you're supposed to check these every 24 hours, so y'all know. Let's see, that is not the right one. There's the 2. Nope, that ain't the right one. What we do is, there we go. So you're supposed to check these every 24 hours, but I've got a cell camera right here on the tree next to these, and I can see them. I cut that too short. I have to make it in, and I should be able to tell if there's coons on here. I should have one within a day anyway, as many of them as are here. There's probably 12 coons eating out of this feeder. It's nothing to get 6-7 coons at one time underneath this tree or underneath the feeder eating big coons. And they're running off my turkeys and my deer. It's becoming a big nuisance. It's time to cut down on the population. Get rid of these things. I've also got a bad high number of coyotes too. I'm gonna be hunting them. I'll probably film that. I've trapped those before, but I like hunting them. They're more fun to hunt. So I'm probably gonna hunt some instead of trapping them this time. If that don't work, then we'll go to trapping and set foot traps for those. It's fun to trap them, but I like calling them. It's a lot more fun to me. Get some steeples out. This is the way I do this. Everybody's got a different way of doing it. I'm gonna nail these wires in. These things will probably be here for a while. Nail all this in. I'm not worried about running the deer off. Deer season's fixing to be over with. I'm more focused on turkey season right now than anything. I done got 2 deer this year. I got an 8-pointer and a big fat doe. That should be good. He shouldn't be able to get off there now. Let me go set nothing and I'll show y'all how to bait it. Alright, so the way you set these is there's a little trigger switch down there, and as they're digging out the bait, they'll stick their paw in there and it'll push that down, and it trips this spring right here, and it hangs their feet in there, and they can't get loose. Doesn't hurt them. They'll be perfectly well alive and can get over it if they do get out. And these things work really good. So you just pull that back, and you hang this little trigger switch right here behind, or the holder piece behind the trigger that's right there, and it'll stay. And then you just stick it in the ground. Like that. And now we gotta fill it with bait. Now, a lot of people use different stuff. I've found cat food, generally just cheap old cat chow, and small marshmallows. I didn't have any cat chow, just got some of the cat food that we had, try it. And the little bitty mini marshmallows works better than anything I've ever used. And a lot of people will take, there's a little mark right there, and put fish oil or something like that there to help draw them in because of scent. I've done that. It works really good, but it works just as good without it. You might get a day or two extra catching, but once you catch one in this thing and it gets its urine around these things and whatnot, around these traps, and they pee and stuff around it, you'll continuously start to catch them. It'll take a couple days to get one, and once you get one, it'll just one after the other after that with these things. They work really good. A lot of y'all probably thinking, man, that's a lot of overkill. 3 strands of electric wire is pretty tough stuff, and everything else, the way I nailed that and everything. I'm telling y'all, cables are actually better. I need to go get me some cables. These things are stouter than they look. They can tear loose of these things, break the wire, get out. You would not believe how stout a little raccoon is. To me, a raccoon, after it gets in the trap, is more elusive to getting out than a coyote. A coyote, once you trap them in a foot trap, they'll generally stay there. They won't pull it up. Coons, they will pull until they pull their arm off, if they can, to get loose. A lot of people I've heard say they'll chew their arm off, which sounds terrible, but I've never seen that, never heard of that. If you run your traps like you should, you won't have that problem. But got one here, got one over there. The camera's set up, and we'll see what we can get. We'll walk over here, we'll take a look at my homemade box blind I built a few years ago, and I'll show y'all that right quick. So I thought I'd show y'all this. This is my homemade box blind I built. I wrapped it fully in tin, and then I stained any wood that's exposed dark brown, and it's green tin. Put corner flashing on the sides, roof. I've had this thing probably for, I said 3 years, it's probably been 5 years now. It's fully insulated. I put insulation in it, stud walls, everything. Sliding windows. You get up in that thing and sit. Don't matter how cold it is, you put your little buddy heater in there and it'll heat up just like sitting in your house. I won't get up there in it and everything today, but I just thought I'd show y'all that. I really like these. This made the life a lot easier. These little 4x4 post holders in this box blind. A lot of people like my hay bale blind that I made a video or showed back there on YouTube of me building. I don't think I've ever showed this one. This is probably my most durable and best blind I've got. It's got a porch off the back to walk right up, and the door is lockable. Nobody can get in there. Pretty solid built little shooting house. Really like it. It turned out good. Maybe we'll go on a hunt or something on that eventually. Probably be next deer season. Might be this one, who knows, depending on if the deer keep coming in with all this commotion. I doubt it, but there is one decent buck I'm after, but he ain't that big. Well, back 24 hours later. I got 2. That tells me we have got an infestation. two of them. I got one in that one. I got one in this. So look what coons we got. And some big ones there. Especially this one. This one here is a whopper. That one there's pretty good size. Talk about some furs on them things. That's two of them big jolly whoppers out here. There's some is bigger than he is in here. I've got to get him though. But he was one of the bigger ones. There's three giant ones. He was one of them. But there's two more, I think, bigger than him. A little bit bigger. Them some big coons. Look at the head on this thing. The head on that thing. There, they got a big old head. Fat, wide head.
Look at that one.
We got them, didn't we, son? Alrighty, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to Dixie Full Draw if you want to see some more of this, and hit that little bell.